Welcome back. Another game of the Legions League. This is game number 13. We have King Ozaki's team going up against Queen Ant's team. We're playing on Nomad. Nomad, if you don't know, everyone spawns kind of just random villagers everywhere. You have to build a town center. You can / should build a dock. And we have Ash playing as the Koreans, King Ozaki playing as the Japanese, and Darth Lama playing as the Persians. I always love watching a good Darth Lama game, especially on Nomad, one of his best maps, if not his best map. And then on the other side, we have Eater Vance playing as the Vietnamese. We have Roies playing as the Persians, and we have Oelis Cipher playing as the Saracens. We saw Oelis Cipher as the Saracens in an earlier round, and he had an insane game. So Nomad, they're kind of like finding each other. They're kind of running around. They're marking where they see the town centers. They're saying this guy's here, this guy's here, this guy's here. I have the Fog of War on for everyone, just so that you can kind of see what they're looking at. But the interesting thing about Nomad, though, is you can build your town centers and your docks kind of wherever you want. So you can be close to your teammates, you can be far away. You usually don't want to spend too much time walking around. You want your town centers up as soon as possible so they can start working. I'm going to turn the Fog of War. Yeah, it's turned off. All right, so let's see. We have green, red, and purple on a squad here. So green is here, red is here, and purple is here. So kind of all somewhat on the right bottom of the map. And then we have yellow as Darth Lama playing as the Persians in the kind of top north of the map, pretty close to Roies. They're pretty close to each other. They're both very formidable players, so that definitely will come into play. And knowing these guys, they're definitely going to find each other pretty quickly just from their scouting. You can see there's some scouting going on. Let's see if I can do this. This is what red sees. So red has not seen Darth Lama yet. Darth Lama has seen red, so that's interesting. And Darth Lama, I mean, Roies, I think just marked Darth Lama, so I must know. I know what it is. They're seeing the boar, so they know that that's what the boar is fighting. So, I mean, they're going to find out where they are, whether they know exactly already or not. But that's interesting. On the north here, we have Ash as the Koreans, and we have King Ozaki as the Japanese. So Koreans and Japanese both very good on the water. Persians, I don't think Persians have any bonus on the water. I always say this and I get it wrong. So the docks start with 100 plus 100 HP. Oh, and they're gonna make ships faster too because they make everything faster. So they kind of do have some bonuses, but nothing like faster ships or faster fishing or anything like that. Whereas, for instance, the Japanese here, their fishing ships work faster in each age, and they also have HP and armor. And the Koreans, their warships cost minus 20%. So pretty good bonuses on the water for the teams in the north here. And then on the south here, what is it? Saracens, Persians, and Vietnamese. So Eater Vance playing as Vietnamese again. She seems to really like the Vietnamese. Nice thing about Vietnamese on Nomad, though, is you can see the other town centers, right? That's one of their bonuses. So that is pretty nice. And Cipher as the Saracens. He seems to like the Saracens. I mean, I like the Saracens, too. I don't believe they have any real water bonuses. I could be wrong. Transport ships are plus 100% HP and plus 20 carry capacity. So, I mean, transport ships don't usually really make too much of a big effect in Nomad, but it is a bonus. It is a water bonus. So I'm curious. I remember last time, if I'm not mistaken, Roies, who was playing as the Persians. It's interesting. They're both Persians next to each other. I think this is going to be a fight, I think, between red and yellow here. Roies last time went very, very large navy, let's just say, and won the water in their game. But in their last Nomad game that they played, they lost. They won the water, but they lost. So let's see if it makes a difference here. Now the Koreans are a good team. a good civ to have in a team game like this because they can build their castles all over Nomad, all over the map, and the castles, not their castles, their towers. Their towers can be very, very effective. Their villagers also have a bigger line of sight, which I really like. Koreans are a very good Nomad civ. I mean, all these civs are pretty good Nomad civs. Saracens, I don't think are like particularly good on Nomad, but Saracens are just good in general. Right now, everyone just fishing. Nomad tends to have a little bit more of a preparation time compared to the rest. But let's look at their bases, though, a little bit. So Eater Vance has a nice base here, a little back gold. The only thing is Eater Vance is a little bit alone on this side. And might get found by Teal and get pushed by Teal here. Now, King Ozaki, way in the back here, has an opportunity to really boom. It's going to be very tricky to push King Ozaki in the back. And the two Persian players pretty close to each other. This gold for Darth Lama is fairly exposed, though. Wouldn't be a bad idea if Roies sees that. Maybe get a tower on it. There's some back gold here and some back stone behind Darth Lama's base. And interesting on this map, too, sometimes you can go all the way around, sometimes you can't. This time you cannot. So this is kind of an endpoint over here in the top corner. And we have feudal on the way for blue, yellow, and green. I think the villager might have just died, too. Yeah, this villager just died. I think Eater Vance sent this vill to take this boar and kind of forgot about him. So that's unfortunate. Barracks coming up for Eater Vance, though. And their fishing is in the north here, which is next to Darth Lama. A lot of fishing all in the same spot here. We have blue, yellow, and teal. Blue, yellow, and teal, and purple are all over here. So blue, yellow, and teal are the same team. Purple's fish are right here, and I can't imagine being able to hold them. And the problem with Roies docks, they're very protected, but if Roies is going to make military out of those docks, they're going to have to go all the way around. They have to go so far to get to this little safe bay here. And I doubt that they know about that yet. So we'll see. Positionally wise, I mean, definitely the team in the north, the Ozaki's team, yellow, teal, and blue, I definitely feel better about. We do have some military coming out. They're going to go after Purple's fishing. Purple's fishing, I don't think, is going to be long for this world. Green's fishing is pretty safe down at the bottom here. Red's fishing is very safe over here. But I think they're going to take out Purple's fishing and then go ahead and move towards the south once they figure it out where everyone is. But I'm curious if we're going to see any land army. Right now, no one's making anything. Just fishing, galleys. Some fire ships are out there. I'm not seeing any towers go. Sometimes you see towers going up early. The only ones I think that I would expect towers from would be Lama and Roies here. But it doesn't look like it. Roies getting some towers up would be really, really nice, though. Like, I would love to see that right now. Make Darth Lama work a little bit. Okay, Eater Vance fishing is... all the fishing ships are dead. And let's see... she's going to make a dock in the back over here. Green has some galleys looking around. Doesn't seem like they really know. These fishing ships are running away, so that's good. She said, yeah, that's pretty good. Eater Vance saving a few fishing ships there. We have Teal going up to Castle Age. First to Castle, it looks like. teal going up to castle and purple going up to feudal right now. But losing all your fishing early is pretty rough on Nomad. Yeah, I mean the issue here is just the navy for red has to go so far. The fishing's going to be safe, but the navy has to go so far to do any damage. And last time, Kobe Robies in red was able to do a lot of damage with the fishing ships, with the navy. And yellow's coming down. Yellow's doing some exploratory voyages. And the entire team to the north is on the way up to Castle Age. That's King Ozaki's team. Yeah, King Ozaki definitely seems like they're in the better position right now, but let's see what happens. Teal building a castle. And red is marking over here, and I don't know why. I don't know what they see or what they know, other than that's just where teal is, maybe. No early fighting. I'm a little surprised, but I guess in a 3v3 they all just kind of want to wait and see. I think we do have some fighting going on in the water here between green and yellow. And we have the galleys running away. Red has some army here too, so they could kind of do a little bit of a trap here for yellow. Red and green can get together and fight if they want. I see another town center coming up from Ash over here. Very nice. And we have one of my favorite units in the game, the War Wagon, coming out. Fast Castle, War Wagon, Koreans on Nomad is one of my classic strats. Let me tell you, it works. Kobe Roby still has the fish over here, getting a little bit less efficient. Probably wants another dock somewhere around here in the corner. And War Wagon's rolling into Eater Vance. This was my concern for Eater Vance's position here is just the first in line for attacks. And they were the last up going up to Castle Age, I think. They haven't gone up to Castle Age yet, actually. Kobe Roby's is housed. The new update has like a warning when you get housed. I haven't played enough to get that warning. I don't get housed too often, I don't think. But it's kind of nice though. Just like, hey, you know, build houses. And yeah, these War Wagons are coming out. War Wagons are so good. That's like, it's the only unit you need. You know, the only issue with the War Wagons is you need the castle. So if your castles go down, and that's all you've been making, you have to build something else. Green putting up a castle. And those War Wagons are going to find that castle the hard way. But War Wagons are tanky, though. They're pretty tanky. I don't know if they're going to get out of this alive. Yeah, they got out. War Wagons you can heal with monks too, and they're expensive. They're like 100 food, 100 wood, and like 60 gold, maybe something like that. So you don't want to lose them. But they are just wood and gold. They don't take any food, so Eater Vance is in a pickle. Eater Vance is in a pickle. No military here. Archery range got denied. And these War Wagons are going to be able to do a lot of damage. We have some knights coming in from yellow as well. And 3 TCs for yellow, so yeah, Darth Lama's getting a nice boom and making knights and camels, it looks like. Gobi is also the Persians. I'm not seeing much military. We got some knights coming out. Some knights trying to get some damage in the north here. 2 stables for Gobi. But I think Eater Vance is in trouble here. We have a forward castle coming up from Ash as the Koreans too. And in the back, blue over here is just booming. Has some cav archers out there. Where are the cav archers? It says they're over here. Oh, here they are. Granted, some war galleys protecting the fish there at the bottom, and we have some Mamelukes from Cipher here. Mamelukes can do work on everything. Mamelukes are like awesome. Knights clearing out some cav archers, and it looks like Lama is trying to make a move on Kobe here. No castle from Kobe, so pretty exposed economy. Let's take a look over here. War wagons kind of just chilling. And meanwhile in the back, North team, King Ozaki's team is just fishing nice and comfortably. And green and red are fishing pretty comfortably. Green has their navy just kind of based up here. No one's really focused on fighting on water, but green does have a pretty decent-sized navy, if need be. Lama making a move, and these Mamelukes are coming in to try to stop Lama. Darth Lama realizes it and runs away. I wonder who's going to get a castle up first here, red or yellow. And where's it going to go? And Eater Vance trying to get a town center up in the north, it looks like. I'm not sure where these vills are going. I guess they can't. That's the only way to get there is to go all the way around. That's kind of rough. Or are they just going to the gold? I don't know who's building that town center, but it was clicked on. But very quickly, this is gonna just fall apart. And then Antil's also going up to an imp. Okay, red's getting a defensive castle up first. Camels from Darth Lama are looping around. Darth Lama hasn't really been able to do a whole lot of damage, but kind of has the pressure on right around the outside of red's base. We have Imp coming in for Teal in 40 seconds. That's a very fast Imp. This is a great strat. Just basically just all in fast castle, war wagons, going to Imp. Because once you get Imp here, treb down the TCs very quickly, treb down the castle. Just a matter of if green can have the army to protect. And blue's on the way up to Imp as well. Blue's just been booming back here. King Ozaki. This has a lot of space. You know, sometimes in Nomad you can run out of space. That's the issue. And looks like green and yellow might get in a little bit of entanglement here. And there it is. Green clicked in with the Mamelukes, but didn't pay attention right away. It took a little bit of damage here. And if those camels can get in from Darth Lama, they're gonna kill anything that they touch right now. Cause you just have knights and Mamelukes. And there's the Treb out. And honestly, with this many war wagons, you don't even need a Treb. War wagons take out buildings pretty quickly. Look at this house just going down. Like, the war wagons can take out a TC very, very quickly. And Eater Vance has some skirmishers, but that's not going to be enough. And they're also not even fighting. They're going into the town center. And Ash just backs off and lets him do it. We have Green making a move. Green making a move to try to take out some of the fishing. That'll be helpful. Also, they probably want to focus more on land, so maybe losing some fishing, some navy isn't the biggest deal. But this mass of war wagons is pretty high. Some decent kills from the skirmishers, though. Not the full numbers that you need, but decent kills from the skirmishers. Decent value. Red trying to get some raids in here. Let's see if I can do it. I don't see... Yellow has the army, not really making a move right now. We have Knights raiding Teal, though. Teal doesn't have a big economy. Losing a lot of villagers will actually really hurt Teal. They're just making war wagons and trebs. They don't need a whole lot of farms. They don't need a whole lot of other economy, but they can't lose everything. We have the Cav Archers coming in, trying to deal with that. Let's see, war wagons, treb. We got the Korean creep over here. Yeah, I don't see what Queen Anne's team is going to be able to do to stop this. Red is only making knights, which is just... well... They actually have a whole bunch of monks here. So they're going for the monk defense, knight offense. I mean, I kind of like that from Kobe Robies. If he's just going camels, heal up your knights, go attack, go raid. But I think Kobe Robies might want to mix in some camels as well. Camel v camel. And town center's going down. Ants moved a lot of villagers here. Has 2 town centers kind of in the back, but Nomad is so much about map expansion. So once you run out of space, you really get set back. Doesn't matter how much your military, how big your military is if you run out of space. And right now they just have nothing to deal with these war wagons. I mean, these monks and knights, if they make a one attack right now, they can stop all these war wagons, at least for now. And Teal does not have the greatest economy. Teal has the lowest villager count on their team, at least. But yeah, Queen Anne's team just does not want to make a move here. There's 32 war wagons with more coming. But I think the longer you wait, the longer it's going to take. Blue's back here with some Cav Archers, some Trebs moving in. Yeah, I think Queen Anne's missed their opportunity. And that castle's down. War wagons moving in. They got the Cav Archers behind in support. I mean, a giant ball of skirmishers might be able to do this, but who's going to make them? Cipher has a big boom going here, but where are the Mamelukes? The Mamelukes are back here. Cipher has the boom, but they have to find a way to deal with this push here. And now the Halberdiers are here too. So Red's Knights are not going to do much. And now these are elite war wagons. Really cool looking. And Mamelukes just go down. Yeah, and they had a window there. Maybe they just didn't recognize it, but they had a window where they could have probably taken out most of those war wagons before they were elite. And Paladin coming in from yellow. Darth Lama here is just like holding this line, pushing Red. Like Red really can't help. There's a slaughter now. We're getting into Red's economy from the other side. All right, Knights are trying to make a move, but the Halberdiers are here, and Knights have no help. There's 8 Mamelukes out there. "15 skirmishers, just not enough." And they're just losing more and more space. And then they're still fighting, but this game is over. So, I mean, my thought on what they could have done differently, this Queen Anne's team, they just lacked aggression. They didn't deal with these raids when they were coming in. They didn't deal with things when they were small, and they just snowballed and got out of hand. That's my take on it. But I mean, King Ozaki's team is just a very good team. Just very solid players overall. This is Ash's first game, I think. I don't think I've seen Ash play in this series. Maybe once before. I'm not sure. But there's 3 very, very solid players. I'm not sure if Queen Anne's team knows how dire things are. They were fighting until the end. Can't blame them. I think they're going to play 2 games in a row. I'm not sure. I noticed as this tournament goes on, a lot of times they're just doing back-to-back games instead of like waiting to play a different team, play the same team twice. Or this league, it's not a tournament. And that's GG. Yeah, I mean, good fight, you know. The better team won. I think that's really what it comes down to. This was, I mean, look at the KD. 2.9, 1.8, 2.9 versus, you know, next to nothing, basically. That is what you call a beatdown. But G to the G. All right, let's get ready. I'm going to bring you game 14 coming up. All right, we are back with another game. So this is game 14. It's the same teams as game 13. So King Ozaki's team and Queen Anne's team. However, we do have one swap. Eduardios swapped in, and I guess Ash Yeah, Ash was playing, so Ash swapped out. So actually, hold on. Let me... It's okay. King Ozaki's team is not 17-15. They're going to be a little bit less, actually. Bear with me while I do some fun math. King Ozaki was sick, or no. Ash is 1703. Let me see what Eduardios is. Let me just put this here for a second. I'm gonna look up what Eduardios' elo. I'll change it. Change it live on stream here. Hold on. I'm not actually streaming. I'm just recording. We can watch some board killing. There we go. So Eduardios. Let me find him. Eduardios has a couple different accounts, but the main account is 1559. Let me check the other one. The other one is 1543, so that seems about right. So 1559. All right, let's do a little math here. I hope everyone's happy to do some math with me. So King Ozaki 1668, Darth Lama is 1775, and now Eduardios is 1559. So that brings it 1667. So a little bit closer to Queen Anne's team in terms of overall elo. Let me throw that in there. But not quite, still the better team for sure. So, all right, now let's get into the skirms and spears of it all. We have Eater Vance playing as the Byzantines on the flank over here. We have Oelis Cipher playing as the Saracens again. Oelis Cipher, Mr. Australian. Think about a different civ once in a while. It'd be okay. No one has a problem if you change civs. And we have Roies playing as the Portuguese up in the north here. So they're on one team. We're playing on Fortified Clearing. So the Fortified Clearing has like the center, has I guess some relics, has some wood lines, but really not a whole lot in the middle. Some gold kind of near your bases, right outside. And then the outside's kind of open. And then on the other team, we have Eater Vance next to Darth Lama. Darth Lama's on the King Ozaki's team, playing as the Vietnamese. We have Eduardios playing as the Khitans in the middle. And then we have King Ozaki playing as the Britons on the side here. So we have Britons, and Vietnamese, both archer civs, and Khitans more of a cavalry civ. But Khitans can do a lot, though. Khitans are a good civ early, not necessarily the best civ late, but they can have some early bonuses for their scout rushes. So I guess they could man-at-arms rush as well. There's a... got no loom. Cipher might get this kill, and Cipher gets the kill and loses about half their HP, killing a Vil. So that's a pretty good start there. Roies as the Portuguese on the side. Portuguese, great overall civ. They can kind of do whatever they want. Oelis Cipher playing as the Saracens in the middle, and Eater Vance as the Byzantines over here. Byzantines are an interesting civ. They're like really strong late game, I guess, and great castle units. They have like extra HP on everything, if I do remember correctly. And yeah, they're just a good civ overall. So on this map, I think you're a little bit more exposed, obviously on the sides. So you have to think, do you want to go ahead and build a wall, or do you want to let your opponent in? What do you want to do? Do you want to go on an attack? This team in the north, I'm thinking, with the Khitans, they might want to go on an attack earlier, just because the Khitans are so strong early that they get a scout rush going with them, and then plus the archers from both flanks. That might be the move. We do have a barracks going up from Darth Lama. And palisade wall here. I don't know if I actually like this direction of a wall. You're kind of walling yourself in and out, walling the resources away. I would maybe see a wall maybe in this direction, from here to here. but a little easier said than done. We do have everyone pretty similar timing going up to feudal. What was just... Hang on, I have to go back. A bunch of stuff was just destroyed over here. And I don't know... Oh, it was like a quick wall? Hang on. Okay, I'm going to play it in real time here. So there was some quick walling done that would just like one hit on each one of these. And then Cobra just deleted it. I guess they're trying to just trap this this scout in here. I'm not. Oh no, I know what they were doing. They were trying to get the chickens in. So these chickens, they have a kind of a bug, kind of a way that they work, where you can sort of route them in by pushing them. But looks like it got found out. Okay, and now Eater Vance is going ahead and walling this side here, which is the better way to wall. So they're kind of double walling. They're walling their base, and they're walling over here. And Darth Lama has his scout sort of ready for that. And Darth Lama has the barracks. I don't see the archery range yet. Archery range is going forward. Slightly forward there. Very confident in that archery range. So whatever Kobe Ropes was trying to do with these chickens did not work, and these chickens are still here. I say just mill your chickens. We have an archery range going up for Kobe Robies. I want to see if the Khitans are going to get some scouts out early. So we have the stable up. The scouts are coming out. They really need to get a blacksmith up as well, which they just threw down there. I think if ants can get this wall up, you know, just a palisade wall, so it's not impossible to get through. But I think it'll at least delay the early aggression here. And Blue Scout is dead, so Blue Scout can't cause any trouble back there. And Teal also has some walls going up over here. Teal is King Ozaki. So blacksmith is getting foraging, which is what you want to get. The Kitans get double. So if they get +1, they get +2 instead of +1. Now watch this scout right here. It's 5 + 0. And as soon as this comes in, it's going to be 5 + 2. 3, 2, 1. Now it's 5 + 2. So you're getting basically you know, almost a Castle Age attack you're getting in Feudal Age. And very early in Feudal Age. You get it at, you know, 13 minutes here. But that said, they have to go pretty far. And we'll see if these walls are up. They went to the right to go towards Kobe Robies. Queen Anne's getting stone walls up, which is what you want. So if Darth Lama moves in, can probably deny these stone walls, but Darth Lama's not moving in yet. And yellow has some scouts to try to help out any attack coming on the right side. But these Khitan scouts are just so tough. They're just... They can kill you so fast. Like watch these yellow go down. Yeah, I mean those yellow scouts were just wasted there. But the trouble with the Khitans is they can do this. They can do 4 scouts early, and they can do a lot of damage, and they can get you going, right? But their late game really doesn't have anything special going on. I think the issue with the Khitans, I think they don't get bloodlines, I think is the real thing. Yeah, no bloodlines. So their scouts are good early, but they don't really get any particular, you know, strong units late. The only with the Khitans that I do like though is they have a unique tech that reflects damage from their like skirmisher line. I think. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, lamellar armor. Infantry and skirmisher reflect 25% melee damage back to the attacker. So like, you can have a Savar or a paladin or even just a cavalier or whatever, hitting them for what 15 and let's say 16, and they're putting 4 back when really they can only do 1 damage at a time. So it's like quadrupling the amount of damage they're doing. And these green scouts are still in here. They're still getting kills. These green scouts have 4 kills on the one alive. I want to see if I can... I was just on Echo KD. Hang on. So Eco KD for Eduardios. He has 6 villager kills from those scouts. That's what the Khitans can do early. And these archers, I don't know how quickly they're getting through this stone wall, but as soon as these skirmishers push them back, skirmishers can get a lot of free kills there. So Darth Lama made a pretty big investment in these archers and isn't really getting a lot of return from them. I really like this wall from Eater Vance here. Very, very smart wall. Don't mess around with anything else. Just get a stone wall up. Getting their market up. And Kobe Robies, I mean, definitely took a hit there from the Khitans. And Khitan pastures are also awesome. Just so much food you can get. And they're so well protected. You can have so many of your villagers near the town center. Like here they have 11 villas near the town center versus if you had farms instead you would have 2, 3, 4, I don't know, 6. Red's marking over here. They don't like what they see. And teal and green are teaming up. And it's only 5 scouts from yellow, so... Nice looking base back here from Cipher. We have Castle Age coming in for everyone except for Kobe Robies in the red. Kobe Robies was hit the hardest by the Khitans. And yellow scouts all going down here. So the question is, yeah, I was going to say Darth Lama needs to build like a siege workshop. And if Darth Lama can get through here pretty quickly and do some damage to Eater Vance, that could work. But Cipher is in a kind of a tricky position because he has to help both his teammates here. They're both going to get pushed. Right now, the right side is more of the immediate threat. But as soon as this siege workshop, we have mangonels coming out. As soon as the siege workshop goes up, Eater Vance is going to get pushed really, really hard here. And Darth Lama is a very, very high level player. And Kobe Robies hasn't even clicked castle yet, so Kobe Robies is in a really rough spot. We have camels coming out for Cipher, which isn't bad against the Khitans, but against the crossbows, they're going to get eaten pretty quickly, so... And Ants over here just has the skirmishers. It's going to need to add either... It's probably going to need to add siege, I would imagine. I mean, a castle would do really well to just protect you, to get a castle up over here, but I don't know if they have the resources for that. I'm going to put resources up. So, no, they only have 24 stone, so it looks like they actually sold some stone. And, oh no, they didn't sell the stone, they built these stone walls with it. But a castle would make a huge difference in protecting that. And then you could have Cipher go help out Kobe Robies here. But Kobe Robies is already on the run. And we have Cipher in the middle. He's trying to castle drop. He's trying to get into the teal player. So I kind of like that, actually. We'll see if it works. We do have Step Lancers coming out from green. But they don't necessarily see this castle. The camels will protect from the Step Lancers while that castle goes up. So that should go up in the middle there. That's going to cause some problems. But over here, we have 3 mangonels and we have 30 crossbow. And 21 skirmishers. 21 skirmishers is enough to deal with that, but the mangonels are going to be the issue. And red's on the run here. Camels are gonna kill the Step Lancers. Maybe the Step Lancers can delay this castle a little bit, but that castle will go up. And we'll be able to push teal. But teal has already pushed red, and red has already run. And Ants is running as well. Now, if these skirmishers can get to that crossbow, I mean, they're kind of stuck where they're at. If you can kind of get in there, and the mangonels are nowhere nearby. But a lot of villagers not working for purple here. And ballistics coming in for Darth Lama. And Darth Lama just going for the devastating death blow with the castle here. But you gotta be careful with these crossbows. These crossbows are getting backed into a corner. But very good unit control for Darth Lama. He knows exactly where to put the units here. I don't know, that castle might be a little tricky to get up, but I think it ultimately probably can. Up here in the north, yellow's through. Very good. King Ozaki built these stone walls behind and a couple houses. And these crossbows, they can deal with these camels. But meanwhile, red has evacuated their starting base to go into Cipher's base. They're going in the middle a little bit in front of Cipher's base. And that castle is definitely going to go up, and Eater Vance is going to have to flee. So that castle is going to go up. Eater Vance already has 2 town centers going up over here. And we have Step Lancers and camels from Eduardios. So Eduardios is making the right units. And this castle went up. It actually kind of controls a lot of, like, these resources are huge. 2 stones and 2 golds that belong to teal. But what are they going to do about this? Because Darth Lama's not going to stay here and kill buildings for too long. And it looks like we're getting some sort of a cavalry switch for Eater Vance, or at least adding some cavalry. Adding an archery range and adding a stable back here. Curious what they're going to make out of the stable. If it's just going to be some scouts to try to get those mangonels, or what's the plan? And we have another castle going up for Cipher here. And this could be denied. Yeah, that's going to be denied. That's going to be denied. Yeah, the castle just doesn't have the range to protect the second castle from going up. And blue is making some moves. Yeah, we have light cav coming out of the stable for ants. I think they're hoping that they can snipe these mangonels. Or maybe Lama's not paying attention. That's the only thing you can really do there. Yeah, that castle is denied. Okay, Cipher has a plan. Cipher's moving out with these mangonels. And these mangonels are gonna find the skirmishers! And Ants isn't paying attention. Looks like 3 skirmishers dead there. I mean, this comes down to just unit control. But Lama is very, very much paying attention to these. And that's another... Oh, a lot of skirmishers are dying. The humanity. Teal and green both going to Imp. And these mangonels are going to take care of that TC. I mean, the good thing for the team in the south, the Cipher, it was able to buy red enough time to try to kind of get together, but purple is getting beat up pretty bad here. Purple's running more vills. Second time purple had to run vills. We have a red castle going up here. I'm curious if they're going to try to deny this castle. That looks like they're just going to let it go up. So red's making some moves. Red's making some offensive attacks. But this push from Darth Lama is still going on in the back here. Another TC gone. And Imp is where the Khitans bonuses kind of level off. So they don't really have the same kind of cavalry advantages that they have earlier. Oh, Red's trying to run some vills right through... right through this mass of step lancers and camels. And that's the GG. Yeah, I mean, it was a good attempt, but I think just again, the better team won. The only thing I would have loved it if a castle from Eater Vance came up earlier and just could have stopped this push. It probably would have just delayed the inevitable, but I think it would have made a big difference. But the Kitans early, they did so much damage to Kobe Roies. I mean, just so much damage. Let's take a look at some stats. That's game 14. I'm going to get you game 15 and 16. Game 13 and 14 were both kind of, one team beating on another team. Darth Lama, 7. 7 KD. 28 kills, 4 deaths. That's impressive. Just going to scroll through this if anyone's interested. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get to the next game. All right, we are back, baby. Now, this is going to be a game. I zoomed out. I want to show you the whole map here. So this is Mega Random. Mega Random has a lot of different kind of combinations of types of maps it can make. This one is an interesting one. There are 3 plateaus for each team, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 plateaus. It's actually a Nomad start, so you don't really know where you are, what's around you, because it's mega random. The amount of food on this map near your base is absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. There's sheep everywhere. There's mouflons everywhere. I don't know what they are, but they give you 140 food. There's boar everywhere. I mean, there's just everything. Most players are building on like kind of where they start on their plateau, but there's actually a couple not. So let me get you the teams here. We have Snaky Pringle's team, who is White Widow, Chief Boy, who is Solo Ghost, and Snaky Pringle. Average elo 1711, which is like top 50 it would be if it was like one player. And then on the other side, we have King Ozaki's team, who's not actually playing, but it's his team. And you have Oelis Cipher, Careful Tulip, who I believe is their first game here, and Kobe Roies again. So these guys decided to build next to each other, for better or for worse. This is Solo Ghost and Snaky Pringle. The only issue I see with that is White Widow is way over here, kind of building by themselves. So it's a big map. I guess once these teams figure out what's happening, they're gonna figure it out. So green just marked all 3 town centers. I'm not sure how they did that exactly. I guess they just know. I guess they just figured it out. But good for them. So White Widow is playing as the Berbers. Their teammate Chief Boy / Solo Ghost is playing as the Dravidians. And Snaky Pringle is playing as the Ethiopians. Good pick on the Dravidians. Haven't seen too many Dravidians, and good pick on it. Oelis Cipher is playing as the Lithuanians. Careful Tulip in orange here is playing as the Koreans. And Kobe Roies is playing as the Italians. So we're going to see what happens here. Kobe Roies is going for the tight house wall. They don't know what's going to happen. In the middle, you have... I'm putting on some Fog of War, actually. I'm kind of curious what they've seen. In the middle, you have this giant, like, massive water. No fish in the water, I don't think. But you could... There's a couple... Actually, that's not true. There's some fish. No, there's fish. I just couldn't see them. So there's some, like, deep fish you could fish if you want to. And then there's also this massive, like, lake in the middle there. Like Lake of Wood. Forest? Is that what they call it? You also have some forest on the outside. We do have some... This is like a... I don't know what you would call this. Sort of a lake, pond, river. It's a place where you can fish. Only 2 deep fish in it. But there are a few kind of scattered throughout. So everyone has access to safe fishing. You could always add fish traps later. So really interesting map generation here. Really quite fascinating. I don't think I've played a map like this in Mega Random. But a lot of Mega Random is scouting and figuring out like what the map is if you haven't seen it before. And I don't know. I haven't seen this one before, but I don't play that many team games Mega Random. I played a lot of solo Mega Randoms. And it seems like most of these guys have kind of figured out that you should fish. But what's interesting about this, this game is a battle of heavyweights here. Everyone in this game is pretty high elo. I think the lowest elo might be Snaky Pringle at like 1400 somewhere in there. But everyone else is like, solid. Like Solo Ghost was like 2,000 plus. Everyone else is like 16 something, 17 something, 18 something in that ballpark. So very high level players here. And I wonder because Snaky Pringle is kind of the lower elo player that maybe Solo Ghost wanted to be closer, get the bases a little bit closer. Because Solo Ghost actually started over here, and they're scouting with sheep. Maybe you put your second town center back over here because there's a lot of food that you're giving up, like a lot. 25 of these mouflons. So that's 4,000 food just from mouflons, whatever the mouflon is. And then the sheep. I can't click the sheep, I guess. The boars. There's 6 boars in your starting. So you're giving up a lot by not building your TC where you start, and also there's a little bit of time that you're giving up by that, but you know, Solo Ghost / Chief Boy is pretty high up there, so he probably knows what he's doing, I would imagine. All right, we have Feudal on the way for red, teal, and blue. Green, orange, and yellow have not gone feudal yet. This, it's a lot of wood around this base here, but your gold is way out there. So actually, where is the gold on this map? There's only one gold on the plateau. There's more kind of off the plateau, it looks like. Kind of down in the valleys here, but there's not that much gold on the map here. There's a lot more food. Like, you really don't need to build any farms for a while, at least. You know, between the hunts, the fish. And I think everyone is fishing. That's actually not true. So Teal is fishing, but their teammates are not. So everyone on King Ozaki's team is fishing, but not everyone on the other team is fishing. So I guess we'll see. And also, I don't know if I love that green White Widow over here is all by themselves. And they don't even have a gold on their starting plateau here. That's kind of a, I want to say it's almost like a bug, because it seems like you're supposed to have gold, but they have gold here? Am I just missing it? I don't think so. No, they don't have any gold on their plateau.
Yeah.
They built the barracks. Yeah, so I think the team that's not fishing, Snaky Pringle's team, I think that might end up costing them, but let's see. Yeah, gold down here. They don't have any gold on their starting spot either, and there's two of them here. But it looks like everyone's kind of going fast castle here. I think they're trying to get their bearings on what this map is. You know, there's so much food, it's so easy to go up early, so that makes sense. I would expect most players to go fast castle on this map. And I do wonder if Solo Ghost is going to head back to their starting spot with the second town center. I would. They are the Dravidians. So Teal is not going up to Castle Age yet. They're making an army. Mostly exploring, I think. We have a watchtower going up for yellow. So Teal, I think, is trying to get a little bit of early aggression, try to see if they can do some damage, or at least scout the map out a bit more. Blue making a second town center. And the fish on this lake are about to run out. Yeah, there's 5 left there. So Teal's gonna have to either go fish traps or just take the hunt. Only 2 scouts here, but White Widow's controlling them pretty well. They're not taking too much damage. And White Widow's getting out. They killed 2 villagers. I might find these villagers here just chilling. Oh, yep, they did. Should be at least 1 more villager kill, maybe 2 more. 2 more villager kills for White Widow, nice. And we have an early castle going up for Cipher here. And archery range is going up for Chief Boy. I guess I'll stick with Chief Boy even though it's solo ghost, but I'm gonna go by the names that they give me. And 2 archery ranges going up for Chief Boy here. The fishing ships are starting to play some fish traps. There's one more fishing spot with 17s. That's about to run out, and then it's just going to be have the fish trap. Green taking their gold way in the back there. Nice safe spot to take gold from. 2 town centers pretty close together for Kobe Roies. Red. Orange has a couple units just to go out and explore. And Solo Ghost going back, or Chief Boy, sorry, going back to build a town center. A little closer to their starting spot, but not quite there yet. A couple more fish traps going out. There is a dock on the front here from Careful Tulip as the Koreans. So this is actually where most of the fish are, in this middle, but it's obviously much more contested. And they did build a fire galley to see if anyone else is on there, but no one else is on there. But sort of a tough map to attack early. It's kind of, you have to spread out, get your resources. There's not a ton of gold, not a ton of stone. But one thing I like about Mega Random is you really have to think on your feet. You have to be creative. And Elephant Archers from Teal as the Dravidians. I used to play as Dravidians a lot. I used to like them. Elephant Archers attack 25% faster, so very good unit for them. Yellow has some lattice out there. Yellow has a monastery. They haven't gotten any relics. I'm not sure where the relics are. There's one back here. Trying to see if I can see the relics on the screen here. Here's the relics right here. So it says it has 2 relics actually. So those monks just got back, dropped the relics off, and looks like they made more monks, so they're going for more relics. Late, if you don't know, so the latest get +1 attack for every relic that you get. So I think it's up to +4. So latest are like, they're very similar to knights. And these ladies are chasing down. They're chasing down these scouts from green. And orange is coming down. Looks like they're going to the middle island on a transport ship. So that should be interesting. Kobe Roies, meanwhile, over here has a lot of crossbow from the Italians. And some stone walls going up from blue, which I like that. Kind of, yeah. It's actually not a hard map to stonewall. Or to wall, period. Kobe Roies with the units. Green has some knights. We do see Chief Boy back here in teal. Went back to the starting spot. I like that. Added some farms. These farms are just simpler, but there's still a lot of hunt. At this point in the game, you don't want to be paying attention to that, but I mean, free food is free food, you know? I like orange, though, going to the middle. I like orange going to the middle a lot. Actually, I wouldn't mind seeing orange throw up some towers up in the middle as well. And even making some, like, warships in the middle. Because then you can control... If you can control the middle... And there's not a lot of wood on this map. Once you run out of wood near your town centers, there's not going to be a whole lot. We do have red attacking the town center for green. Obviously, crossbow don't take out town centers very quickly, but... Yeah, I'm worried that green's going to get double-teamed. But with the castle, stone walls over here, I mean, I like it. I think orange taking over the middle, building some outposts. I would try to take over this whole middle, control the water. Oh, but in the north, I think teal has figured out that controlling the middle is going to be big. There's a lot to think about, a lot going on here. We have elephant archers. Elephant archers are eating these crossbows. Even from the bottom of a hill, the elephant archers are so tough. They have 1 extra attack and 2 extra armor compared to a regular crossbow. And now with the hill bonus. And they don't even have ballistics yet. Ballistics is coming in. But elephant archers need a lot of gold if you're gonna mass them. And blue over here with their army too. So blue's base is way back here, but they're bringing their army on this side. And I'm curious what's going on water over here. They're fire ships from teal. They're moving around. In theory, the Koreans could have a very good... This is why I would like some towers over here. Koreans could have a very good army. Or a very good navy, in theory. And Chiefport is very good, but controlling a navy and a big army is going to be tricky. And latest are clearing up blue's little army there. I like blue fortifying this side, though. Again, I'm noticing just like in a lot of these games, the lower elo player, if they can do things like this, like fortify one side, just like make it so, hey, don't worry about this side. I'm keeping it alive. It's fine. You know, that's enough. And then let the higher level players kind of do the work. That's what I would. I'm like, you know, not like low level, but like mid level, like 1500 or so, 1600, and. You know, that's just like, if I were playing this, that's what I would do. Just I'm gonna contribute what I can do. You guys do what you do. I mean, no one wants to fight these elephant archers. It's only 12, but they have 17 kills. Wouldn't be a bad idea to get a monk over here to heal them up too. And we have a town center from blue on the middle island. Man, I really wish that Tulip built a couple of towers here. That would have been a game changer. You know, if you have this and towers, turtle ship's good, but having just one coming out, it's not going to be enough. Have this villager build a tower for you. Your 1 HP villager. Oh, I'd love to see that. Korean towers are just so good. They have one here, but... I feel like Kobe Robies is getting raided every game. I feel like Kobe Robies is like always just the one getting raided. And these latest do a lot of damage. They could take out some of these elephant archers, but now the knights are rolling in. And yellow's trying to make a move here, but as soon as they get through here, this wall, they're gonna see a castle there. And how do they deal with the knights and elephant archers? I think we have a castle going up. Yep. Castle going up on Red's forward town center here. Yeah, monks are really good. Cipher made some monks to try to convert some of these elephant archers. Didn't get any conversions, but made them run away, and they're taking hits from the latest as they're running away. And looks like we have more elephant archers coming through on this side. I don't know if there's enough gates and pathing and all that. They do want to close that off if they can, though. And this castle's up on Red's TC. That's Red's third TC, so it's probably not the end of the world. And these elephant archers are going to be a problem. War Wagon versus Elephant Archer. War Wagon does 11 damage, and Elephant Archer does 11 damage. Elephant Archer has a lot more HP. War Wagon has a little bit more shield, actually, though. And in the middle here, it looks like it's just blue. Teal has the navy. But what's going to happen when they run out of wood at their bases is the issue. I mean, there's wood back here, but you have to transport to there, too. So they can be taking wood. Yellow just went to theirs. Teal is on their corner. Green hasn't gone yet. So green's going to have issues once their wood runs out, but they do have a lot of wood to chop. Just super inefficient. It's all super far away from the town centers. I don't even know if they have a lumber camp anywhere. They might somewhere. There's one right here. And it looks like blue and teal are making a move on the left. Imp just came in for yellow. Yellow has the latest, which is a very good unit, very strong. And they have +6 attack on this latest right now, so it's the strongest unit right now in the game, in this game. But there are halberdiers. I think they're gonna need something else. They need like scorpions, or they need some arbalests behind it. Like there has to be more than just the latest. Even skirmishers. I would just make a bunch of skirmishers. They need more than just the latest. Korean skirmishers could be good, maybe. They do have some towers up around their base. Losing the middle, though, I think is gonna be bad. And this is plenty of wood, obviously. But I would like to see, having the middle there, because it also gives you just a safe economy. Once you chop through some of these trees, you can build some farms. I feel like there should have been a little bit more of a thought on getting the middle. But what do I know? And now Treb coming in from Teal with the elephant archers. These elite elephant archers now. 280 HP on them. This group of elephant archers has 5,600 HP. This group of knights here have 1,500 HP. That's 11 knights versus 20 elephant archers. I don't know where the latest went. Oh, the latest are mixed in here too. A few monks to heal up would be very nice, I think. Because the wood's gonna run out. When the wood runs out, the food runs out. I mean, wood should be fine because they're on the side, and I can't see. I mean, you could make a sneaky transport ship and go after that, or you could make navy. Like blue could make some navy right here. There's some trade going on from blue. Looks like it's going over to this side somewhere. Here it is in the corner, and then green's also trading. Yellow getting pushed by 2. Orange comes over here with the elite skirmishers. Yep, I think that's exactly what you need. The Korean elite skirmishers are good. I mean, the skirmishers, honestly, they beat everything that they have here. I mean, the only thing is the elephants are tanky. But, I mean, halberdier and elephant archers, they die to skirmishers if you have enough of them. And then the cavalier, yep, they can kind of... I wouldn't fight the halberdier, but if they can loop around, maybe. Yeah, I mean, these skirmishers, they're taking down these elephant archers. Hasn't lost a skirmisher yet. Lost about 4 or 5 elephant archers, but the castle goes down. Castle is down. They just need a lot. I mean, the skirmishers are the right move. They just need a lot more of them. And yeah, these cavalry, they're just too afraid of the halberdiers here. Doesn't want to lose them all, which is the right way to think. You can't lose them all. On this side here, nothing really happening between Kobe Robies and White Widow. There's not that many halberdier. They might be able to just dive in and try to take out some of those trebs, stop the bleeding a little bit. That was a capture age lag. Him coming in for green on the other side. Everyone else is already in him. And wow. This is why this guy's one of the best in the world. Good old Chief Boy / Solo Ghost. He's attacking both sides, controlling both sides. That is not easy to do. So the Genoese crossbow, I'm not sure what the bonus is against elephant archers if they have one. I don't know if I can really see that. It says War Elephants 5. It doesn't say anything about elephant archers. Alright, but this side they kind of push back. I don't know what's going on with capture rates. It's kind of laggy. This side, it looks like they're pushing back. I think Chief Boy should just focus on one side. He's focus on both sides. It's pretty awesome, but it's tough to do. And Blue's economy. I like Blue's economy expanding. Yeah, I mean, full skirmisher against everything blue and teal are making work. So how are blue and teal going to respond to this is the question. Because I don't think that you can't trade these expensive elephant archers to a bunch of skirmishers. And elephant archers are going down to these skirms, and these halberds are going to go down to these skirms. And what are they going to make? Are they going to tech into something else? Looks like teal is starting to make skirmishers of their own. And they're still making elephant archers, so they're not giving up on the elephant archers. And meanwhile, green over here is basically ready to raid. These are only knights. Green's playing as the Berbers. But green should be able to raid red, and red's army is way over here now. Red has expanded over to the center wood line, but they don't have much of a navy. And green moving in. Capture rate is lagging again. Love it. Love it. And they have some skirms of their own. Teal has some skirms. The space is becoming an issue. I'm gonna bring up the res here, the current res. Yeah, not a lot of gold. Not a lot of gold for a lot of these players right now. Plenty of wood. Wood does not seem to be a problem. Although for blue it is. Blue is not on wood at all. Blue hasn't expanded to... no, blue expanded over here. I guess blue just has a lot of skirmishers in queue. Yeah, blue has a bunch of halberdiers in queue and arbalests. So actually, no. I think they must have just built a lot of things out of wood. And Chief Boy being super stubborn with these elephant archers. I mean, they're great units, but going against a full, basically a full skirm army. And meanwhile, over here, so much to see. Green has taken out Red's base. Red's had a castle here a second ago. Orange is starting to expand towards Red's starting base here. Yeah, they've all kind of caught on that the middle is an important spot to have. And plenty of wood on the sides here too, so I don't think you need the middle for wood. But gold will probably run out. What's the trade looking like on this side? I mean, they have you know, trade set up. I think they're trading more in the north than they are in the south, which is why these elephant units can be made. Chief Boy has 28 on gold, which is probably mostly trade. Yeah, Tulip and Cobra Robies have nothing on gold, so no trade set up. Cipher has 13 trades, so they have, if they're, the team that's not trading is gonna be in a tough spot here. But it's actually pretty close. Looks like Green is making some raids. This is a crazy game. I just love this map. I think this map is so much fun. But definitely can make a long game. I don't think this game's gonna end anytime soon. We're at the 1 hour mark, just about. Longest game we've had in this series has been about 90 minutes. And I wouldn't be surprised if this one lasts even longer. I wonder if any of these teams can make cannon galleons. That could be kind of huge. Not a lot of navy for anyone, really. Looks like blue and teal are making some progress on yellow here. On yellow and orange. It goes down. Yeah, like when these skirmishers can get shots on these elephants, like it doesn't take that long. It's like 3 or 4 volleys and they're killing an elephant. And this isn't that many skirmishers shooting them. 30 skirmishers. Like 30 skirmishers is not an insane amount of skirmishers. But they have to keep making them. Because the elephants are going to keep coming, I think. As I said, though, we got champions out on the field. So it looks like Chief Boy is making a switch into champions, which champions will wreck everything right now. Only thing safe from champions would be like the latest, which I don't think there's any latest left. We have green running across the entire front of everyone's base. I'm not sure where they're going exactly. They might be going towards the trade. They can kill some of this trade. It'll be good, but they do have some Genoese crossbow chasing them. And that's exactly where they're going. So pretty good strat. Get into the trade with some hussar. Kill as much as you can. But I mean, these elephants keep going down, but they just keep coming back. So Teal's basically switched to champions now. No more elephant archers. There's still, no, there's just champion. There's 2 elephant archers left, last of their kind. They're an endangered species. And red's not really controlling these crossbows / Genoese. So a lot of them are gonna die to this champion. Meanwhile, on the right, green is still making a push, just squeezing. And this is tough, because now if you're yellow and orange, what are you going to make against the champion? And we have some water fights going on here. So orange has gone on water. Teal has a couple of ships. So Teal has to focus on water a little bit now, too. So a lot of places to look on this map. The only thing I'm not seeing is really like any raids coming from the south to the north. It's all the north to the south. Yeah, it sounds like there's some hand cannons out there. I don't see them, but they're there somewhere. Yeah, the yellow is switching to hand cannons. Hand cannons is the right move for the champions, at least. And we have arbalests from from blue. And this is like what's good about Age of Empires. It's just like the chess match, you know? Okay, he makes this, I make that. He makes this, I make that. And then you just keep you know, adapting and making changes and making units that are going to beat the counter units. Blue looks like they're going to be going mostly Hussar. I mean, enough Hussar for raids. Enough Hussar for raids and for the skirmishers. Now, the issue is the gold. We have not a lot on gold for Kobe Roies and Careful Tulip. Yeah, 6 on gold for Kobe Roies and 8 on gold for Careful Tulip. That's just got to be trade cards. Green with elite camel archers from the Berbers. I love elite camel archers. They're such fun units. They're not good against everything, but they're good against a lot. They're great against halbs. They're great against cav archers. What's the range on these things? 8 plus 3. 11 ram. Look at that radius. That's a pretty good radius right there. We have teal champions kind of getting in the mix here. Let's go back to water. Let's see who's winning on water here. This is our Portuguese player. And teal is still trying to win on water. This is crazy. I mean, how do you pay attention to everything here? And these are siege elephants? Siege elephants coming in. Siege elephants also very tanky, obviously. And there's not a lot of melee units from yellow or from orange, so those siege elephants are not going to be easy to kill. Red and green are kind of doing their own thing. Orange is over here trying to help red push that back. But I think the problem is if you're on that side helping on the right, the left side is just going to get cooked. And now teal is in the trade. And once you take that trade away, and there's no more gold units like those hand cannoneers. Hand cannoneers were great. Navy fight still happening. Now, once these guys start fighting in the middle, that's how you know something's gonna happen. Let me look at this craziness in the middle here. Just a lot of tree chopping. Oh, these are heavy scorpions from blue. Heavy scorpions from blue. That's gonna be tough. But red's still holding over here. Red just making trash unit, just going in halbs and skirms, but holding pretty well. Orange went and helped them for a little bit, and that's allowing teal to just push, teal and blue right now, to push right through yellow. And Cipher calls it. Cipher called it. The teammates did not get the memo. Wow, look at this wood line. It took all this wood. This was 56,000 wood when it started. Now it's 5,000. Great game from White Widow, Chief Boy, and Snaky Pringle. Take a look at some of these stats here. I mean, Chief Boy / Solo Ghost was just on point. It was just very, very, very much on point as far as everything went. The Elephant Archers and then switching the champions was very, very solid. Smart move. I thought that the Skirmishers were actually doing a really good job against the Elephant Archers. The only way that because of the trade for Chief Boy, 16,000 gold from trade. He had the trade set up so much earlier than everyone else, and because of that trade, he could basically just throw away gold units because the trade was just replenishing the gold as fast as the units were dying. And those elephants, even against skirmishers, They take, a decent while to die. But champions was definitely the move to mix in there. And then I think once those siege elephants came in, they came in at the exact right time. Snaky Pringle, I would say, played very, very well. Again, just in the beginning, holding the line, not getting pushed, while Chief Boy kind of got set up and did everything. Chief Boy was on water for a while. Very good game. Very good game from everyone. And on the bottom, I mean, holding, like, Cipher and Tulip holding with the skirmishers for as long as they did, I think was very solid as well. All these players are very high level. All right, that's game 15. One more. I'm going to bring you game 16. Stay tuned. All right, we are back. Let's go. We got game number 16. So we have team names now. I'm happy to finally announce. I think they've been around for maybe a couple games, but I can officially say them. So we have the Truck Boys. We've seen them a bunch. We have Snaky Pringle in the blue, playing as the Dravidians. We have Chief Boy, a.k.a. Solo Ghost, playing as the Berbers. And we have Snaky Pringle playing as the Tamer Caribou playing as the Japanese. Okay. And then we have Queen Ant's team, who we knew about already. We have Queen Ant's playing as the Koreans. I believe they played as Koreans before. I don't remember. I'm sure it's happened. We have Oelis Cipher playing as the Burmese with their elephants. And we have Careful Tulip playing as the Celts. So they're playing on Hideout. Let me just give a little zoom out on the Hideout here. Hideout has, big, gigantic wood line in the middle. Everyone's kind of separated. Everyone has these kind of little areas. Doesn't really give you much protection, but, can stop a scout running in, basically, and give you a little bit warning before you have a whole army in your base. On the left here, so this is Truck Boy. So the average elo is 1626. Again, Chief Boy is like a 2000, like one of the tops, or was/is, I'm not sure where Chief Boy is, but Solo Ghost was one of the tops. And then Snaky Pringle and Tamer Caribou are on the flanks here, Japanese and Dravidians again. And then Queen Ant's team is 1564 overall, with Careful Tulip and Oelis Cipher. So let's see what happens here. We've seen a bunch of hideout games so far. Haven't really seen too much walling early. It's been mostly attacks. So with these civs here, it could always go either way. I think last game, it might have been done on the same day, game 15 and game 16 now. Was it Chief Boy was the Dravidians, and now Snaky Pringle is the Dravidians. And then their teammate, who last game was White Widow, was the Berbers. So they did a little swapping around here. And then on the other side, there's no mirror civs. Everyone has a different civ, so that's good. I like variety, Variety is the spice of life, I always say. That and paprika. So when I think of the Celts, I think of early, like, man-at-arms rush. I think of good infantry, and I think of really good siege, especially, like, late-game siege. Celts, they fire faster. Hold on, let me double-check here. They attack 25% faster, and if you get the Imperial Castle tech, you're going to get 40% HP, so you can get, like, heavy scorpions and just kind of dominate. They have 40% more HP, and they fire 25% faster. I mean, that's tough to do anything about, Eater Vance playing as the Koreans. Koreans, I think, are very well-balanced defensive civ, and they can do fast castle into war wagons, which we've just seen in this video, I believe. Eater Vance is behind 3 villagers. What's going on? Just idle TC, I would imagine. 53-second idle TC. And nothing like a good deer push going wrong. I love seeing that. Man, I cannot stand pushing deer. I do it. I'm not. I'm fine at it. I'm not bad. But the problem here's the problem, is you forget. Like this scout was probably pushing one of these deers, forgot about it. The deer goes back. Right now, the deers are all walking around. You got to go find him again. It's like it's just one of those things. I feel like it's not really like the biggest skill in the world. It's just like busy work, just like something to do during the Dark Age. And I don't know. I don't love it. And also, when you're pushing deer, you're not able to scout. You're just in your base pushing deer into your town center. And I don't know. It just doesn't feel like high level gaming to me. But I don't want to complain. I'm not a complainer. We have Oelis Cipher going to stone pretty early here. Not even up into feudal age yet, and already going to stone. So I'm interested about that. This looks like kind of like a build order, a specific build order that he wants to do. Maybe to get into a castle and then Burmese out of the castle. What do Burmese make out of the castle again? Oh, a Rambai. Duh. So Rambai are awesome. And I'm guessing this is kind of the plan. Just throw 2 on stone right now and then get a castle up as soon as you hit castle age. It's one way to do it. I mean, you can always wait until you're like on the way up to castle age and put like 10 on stone. But it is a little bit easier, I think, if you just put 2 on and forget about it. 2 archery ranges going up for Tamer Caribou. And here are some militia, soon to be man-at-arms, going up. Attacking from Careful Tulip, moving towards Tamer Caribou. Tamer Caribou with the 2 archery ranges, though, I don't think these man-at-arms are gonna do much. Every man-at-arms rush I've seen, pretty much in this league, has gone wrong. I haven't seen anyone like do like a very good job of like what you want. You want these man-at-arms, these militia, to be here when you hit feudal age, and then you get the man-at-arms upgrade like as soon as you're walking into their base, right? Like this just gives them too much time to prepare. You know, 2 archery ranges, they make a couple of archers, you're done. All right, archers come out. 1 man-at-arms almost dead. Decides just to run away. So if you're trying to do like a sneaky, you know, fast man-at-arms attack, I think you have to do it more in the Dark Age. Like it's called a drush, Dark Age rush for a reason. And if you're doing it in feudal age, it's already too late, in my humble opinion here. I'm really curious about Careful Tulip's plan here. I mean, I suppose that's going to be a fast castle. A fast castle into Arambai. But I'm curious where they're going to place the castle, what they're going to do with the Arambai when they get there. We have some blue archers outside of Blue's base. Interesting thought to place the lumber camp on the side of the enemy. Like this person Green could easily have placed it over here. Blue could easily have placed a second lumber camp over here, but they both chose to go towards their enemy, which is just an interesting, I guess, idea. And no real attacks. No one's really making any moves early. We have Green and Teal moving out together. But we are, 14-minute game time here. 14-minute game time is usually you've already kind of started your feudal attacks, and there are no real attacks going on. Blue is moving in on red. Red is defending this with some more walls. The walls aren't going to hold forever. And putting a tower up. I feel bad for Ants sometimes. Ants is always on the flank and always getting pushed, and Ants is like always the lowest elo in most of these games. I think Snaky Pringle is pretty close in elo to Ants. I don't think they're like too far apart. Snaky Pringle is 1370, Ants is like 1200, so... Oops, I think I just went back in time. I pressed the button by accident. I don't know what I just did. I wanna do it again. But that's okay. I also discovered I can click. Where can I click? Up here? I click up here and you can see the res for everyone. So maybe when I want to look at res, that's good. So Oelis Cipher has 660 gold. Or not gold, stone. And putting more on stone. So really curious what the plan is for Oelis Cipher. First up to Castle Age. Getting a castle out, I'm guessing just going to spam Orambai. Teal kind of making a move on orange, but not really. Blue making a move on red, but getting pushed back by this tower. No real damage done yet. Extra house walling by Chief Boy. So the difference is Chief Boy is in the pocket and made army. And Oelis Cipher's in the pocket and just went to fast castle as fast as possible and is now, I guess, getting bloodlines and gonna be making Orambai. So they have a plan. Teal and green are both over at orange's base. So if I have these Orambai, where am I going with them? Blue not able to get any damage done on ants over here. So the Orambai are just gathering in the castle for now. I think you want to come over here and clear this out for orange. Would be my guess. But I mean, Cipher with the super fast castle. And when you're not making any military, you know, that's about what you want to get the castle out on. Up to 4 Orambai and more in the queue, so. Now Green's just scouting out here. Green can't do much with those scouts. Green's gonna group up with Blue though, it looks like. Sees the castle. He's gonna know that there's a Orambai. Orambai 12, so they're melee unit, right? 12 attack. 12 attack, 80 HP, 1 armor, 1 pierce armor, 0 melee armor. Now, green and blue both repositioned on red. And I think this is where the Orambai are going to have to come in and do some work. Blue is on the way up to castle, and you definitely want to deal with those while they're archers and not crossbow. Crossbow are a lot stronger. Like Castle Age crossbow are much stronger than Feudal Age archers. And this was a market, got canceled at 97%. Oof. Still gonna lose a bunch of vills. Not gonna have the building to go click up to castle. Oh, but Ant is already on the way up to castle, so that's okay. The market was just to use a market, I suppose. And the Orambai have cleared out everything. Such a good unit. Anything that throws melee, anything that throws something and does melee damage is like the best. Kind of reminds you of like Mamelukes. What's the range on an Orambai? A range of 5. Range of 5 with very low accuracy, which is actually good. You don't want high accuracy necessarily, because the low accuracy means you're going to just do more damage to a group. And Camel's coming out for Chief Boy. And I'd like to see a second TC pretty soon from Oelis Cipher. If it gets the second TC, gets a little boom going, I think that's going to be very good. But has the Arembai, and the Arembai are tough to deal with at this stage. And green and teal working together. Green and teal working together to clear out some of Orange's skirmishers. Orange's skirmishers. That's not to say. And now these are the Castle Age crossbow you don't want to deal with. How many Arembai is that? 14 Arembai. They should be able to deal with this. Good micro, great micro from Oelis Cipher. But these are green. There's camels. There's 5 camels and 2 knights in that group, so they can do a lot of damage to these villagers. And orange is in trouble. Orange made a mangonel. Try to deal with some of this. And Chief Boy adding another TC, up to 3 TCs. So see, that's what I'm saying. Chief Boy's adding a third TC when Cipher is adding a second TC. And this is the Celt Siege that I was talking about. Celt Siege, once you get them grouped up, once you get them going. I think I'd rather see Scorpions than Mangonels, but the Mangonels were just there to kind of deal with this particular raid. Great economy from Chief Boy already. And this is Tamer Caribou playing as the Japanese in the teal, and they're about to get pushed. Those are pikes and a Arembai. The Arembai can get in. And those mangonels are moving forward as well. They're a little bit slower. Now if they can work together. This is where it comes. This is where it all comes together. And great teamwork from orange and yellow here. And the mangonel, the Kelp mangonel is here. And try to snipe them with the camels, but you're gonna lose all these camels in the process. Yeah, some of them got away. Got 3 of them away. Took down 1 mangonel. And we have some repair villagers as well, and we have a forward siege workshop from orange. I love that. Meanwhile, on the other side, we have 25 crossbow moving in from blue. Ants once again in her base playing defense with the Koreans. This is a like a meme at this point. It's a classic strategy. But if these two are going to keep each other busy for a while, I have a feeling. And this is the Celts mangonel. You can see it shoots faster. It doesn't have to wait as long. And having this forward and on the mining camp outside, I like that a lot from orange. Back here, just kind of even numbers. 18 versus 23. 18 on defense with some skirmishers mixed into that 18. And Teal doesn't have an answer for this. They're gonna need teamwork from green here. Where did the Arembai go? Arembai are going back to yellow's base. It looks like they're trying to deal with blue, maybe? I'm not really sure why they went back. I think Ants actually seems kind of fine. I don't think Ants necessarily needs help. It probably, you know, won't hurt, but you run the risk of losing all these mangonels. Because these archers, these crossbow can definitely take out. It looks like there's just a bad click from orange. Yeah, I don't like these Arembai not being there. These Arembai were positioned perfectly in the front. I mean, it comes down to teamwork. It comes down to the unison right there. Because now that went down, now green's here with more. There's not going to be a forward castle. You can't make anything more out of this siege workshop. Now you just push back. And these Arembai, I'm not even sure if they're like, you know, going up against a mangonel and a bunch of crossbows. I think that was personally a pretty big mistake from Yellow here. No offense, Yellow. Great player, better than me. I would have made a million more worse mistakes. And now green and teal are moving in here. Yeah, just snowballs from there, because once you're out of position and you lose what you have in the front. Looks like orange may have deleted a farm here to try to get up a castle, maybe. But it's going to be tough to get a castle up now with a bunch of knights and crossbow in your base. And to be honest, the Arembai are going down to these crossbow because the crossbow are microing. And these Arembai, a bunch of them just died in that process. Now, knights and crossbow and orange. Orange is not looking good. Let's see if they can get out of this position here. They do have 3 town centers. So they have 1 that's completely working, but they have 2 that are just closed up. All right, they sent their villagers back to work. And Teal is moving forward with some villagers, it looks like. Teal's going to try to put the death blow castle, I think, on orange. And blue's been neutralized. Again, I don't think that Ants was in that big of a bad position. Ants was defending pretty well. Had the tower, has 3 TCs, had a bunch of crossbow and skirmishers. I mean, Ants was defending pretty well. I don't think that yellow needed to go back, not to, you know, line? How do you say the word? Whatever it is, the word that I'm trying to say. And these Arembai are good, but I'm not sure they're winning this fight against the crossbows here. We have Teal trying to get a castle up on orange. We have orange trying to get a castle up to defend. I don't know if there's a hole here. If there's a hole here, that's going to be a problem. And there is a hole here. So that's a problem. But now green's running away. They're going to let that castle go up probably. But Teal's going to have another castle in their face. We're going to have Imp coming in. Imp is in from yellow and Imp is in from green. Look at green's base. Green's just insane. This guy's good, man. Blue, very solid expansion, taking over this whole side of the map. I like that a lot. Really expanding all the way from corner to, from starting position all the way to the edge here. Building a wall behind their economy. Interesting. I actually don't hate it, but I wouldn't have expected it. Red trying to kind of do the same thing, expand to the side. That castle's gonna buy orange a lot of time here. It's gonna buy orange time until Teal gets to Imp and can trip it down. But green coming in with the Cavalier from the Berbers. Still has some camels. And here come the Arembi. And now they are elite Arembi. Elite Arembi is +2 damage. Now, these don't have any upgrades on them, and I think that they can get blacksmith upgrades, can't they? Is there a reason that they're not upgraded? Someone tell me in a comment. I think that they get melee attack, right? So you have to get the melee upgrade. Which, can I see if they have that? I don't even know how to look who has what here. Chainmail armor, we would want, where is it? Iron casting. I don't know how to read this. Well, whatever they get, they don't have. I'll tell you that much. I do have a Treb moving in from yellow to try to deal with Teal's castle before it gets out of hand. We have Green's Knights just diving. Only one Treb, though. One more coming in from yellow. And orange is in a world of pain right now. Imp coming in for Teal. Rambo protecting his Trebs. We do have some repair bills. Meanwhile, I love this little fight here. This is just these two guys, guy and gal, I guess, are just having fun, just protecting their flank. Saying, you're not getting this way, you're not getting that way. Dropping a lot of stone into this. Couple more Trebs. That thing's gonna go down though. Get down to 300 health there. These repair villagers are not gonna be able to keep up with that. And at the same time, these Arembi have come in and dealt with whatever knights and whatever raids were happening over here. So we have 2 castles up on defense, but still no counterattacks, and red and blue here are just kind of at a stalemate. They're not killing each other. They're not fighting on the other side of their teammates. They're kind of just at a stalemate with each other. And Chief Boy is just sending in a bunch of light cav. No, not worried if they die. Chief Boy's economy is just insane. Chief Boy with 49 on food. I'll have light cav for days. Look at this base. We have mill with farms. We have town center with farms. Town center with farms. Mill with farms. Town center. And even expanding farther back here, getting the trade set up. And camel archers should do pretty well against the Arembi. And there we go. We got an attack upgrade from on the Arembi here. I'm not sure why it took so long, but it's in now. But yeah, camel archers are a very good counter for Arembi. I don't know what the bonus they get against them, if any, because Arembi aren't really cav archers, but they probably do get a bonus on them. And 1 castle down. Go for the 2nd castle, and orange here really struggling, does not have a lot of army. All they have are a handful of pikes, not even halberdiers, just pikes. Now red and blue are going at it. Red has the army, has to just kind of pay attention. Need to snipe these bombard cannons. Need to kill what they can kill. Hussars running in indiscriminately. Another town center going up for blue. And red's army is getting wrecked. Orange is still in Castle Age. And orange is getting just raided over and over and over and over and over. And this is looking like it's going to be a GG pretty soon. Just too strong. Just too strong. And it's trying to add more archery ranges. Maybe get some skirmishers out. And orange is dead. Orange has 2 villagers. So orange didn't run any villagers early. It's always a good idea, especially when you're on the flank and you're getting a lot of pressure, to have another town center in the back, you know, by your pocket somewhere. I like this Arambai camel archer fight, though. I find that entertaining. Like, I honestly don't know who wins that fight. And blue is pushed deep into red space. Green pushing into yellow's base now. Yellow still trying to put up a fight, making some archery ranges here. Probably gonna make some skirmishers. So we have blast furnace coming in for yellow. I just want to see the Arambai damage go up. Huh, so the damage does not go up with Blast Furnace, so I really don't know what upgrades Arambai. Because yellow has it. I'm confused. Blue pushing deeper and deeper into red. Red's in trouble here. And that's the GG. Very, very good game here. Very, very good game. So I want to look while I have it in my mind here. The Arambai, does it show what would upgrade them? Economy, infantry, cavalry. See, it doesn't show like unique units here. And even if it did, I'm not sure it would show it or not. Yeah, I have no idea. But good game. Good game for everyone. The biggest moment. Let me just. I need to go back because the biggest moment. I know exactly when it happened, and I think it was a game-changing moment. It was after this. It was after the castle was up. It was right here. It was right. We had the siege workshop going up. There was a really good push on Teal. We had the Halbs, we had the Arambai, and we had the Mangonel. And it was like this moment. Yeah, it was exactly that moment. Right here. These Arambai, for whatever reason, run back to here. This wasn't that big of an issue. It was 23 to 18. It was 23 archers, or crossbows, versus 18 crossbows and skirmishers. Like it really wasn't that big of a deal. I don't know why they ran away. They thought that they had this, but without the protection from those Arambai, Green was able to come in with camels. I mean, camels are not tanky units. Arambai should be able to take care of them. But because of the comp here, of the crossbow and the camels, they lost this entire position here, and it was all for this. And if you watch this, it didn't do anything. They got into a fight. Like these Arambai actually weren't doing that well against these. They just weren't. So it is what it is. I mean, nothing you can do about it now. But let's check out some statistics. Great KD from Cipher. Great KD from Cipher. Unfortunately, just wasn't enough. Economy. I mean, Chief Boy with this sick economy. Villager High only got to 100, so it really never truly steamrolled to the high, like 150 or so. And that's about it. That is the end of this video. I'm going to go ahead and get you the next 4 as soon as I can, probably the next week or so. And just hang tight and enjoy. If you're still watching this video, thank you. Put a like, subscribe, all that good YouTube stuff, and go ahead and add yourself to the Discord. There's a link in the description of all these videos. And you can find out about future controller tournaments and leagues and things like that, and just join the community. So go ahead and do that. See ya. Have a good one.